Oh, you're doing it again right afterwards?
Yeah, the Jowler baby.
The Jowler JV? And they're on this rink too?
Yeah, against Grandview.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm going to trade you places.
Sure, yeah. Let me go
Sorry?
around. My son's playing other rink at the exact same time.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's other people on the team. Arapahoe 18 versus yeah. Because Checo was doing some research on that team of KLOS Pandas, actually it's the JV people. Yeah, it's Ralston. Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. No, they got a new coach. That's why they changed your K-Rod Kansas.
Yeah, they're looking up on some stars last night. They lost to Carlos Winston. But they have two new teams?
Oh.
No, the gold team.
Oh, yeah.
The gold team lost to Carlos Winston. And they lost to the Jets, and maybe they're just on a touch for
Yeah, I mean, there's always few that don't play simply as well. But personally, we've got like 18 injuries. Yeah, still. And but like, so whoever this and that.
Good evening from South Suburban Ice Rink, Rink 2. Screaming Eagles taking on the Wolverines. Played this team in the Twisted Wrister, and it was pretty close, and then Valor pulled away at the end. Some really good players on the team, some speed, pretty well structured. I believe the score of that game was 7-4 maybe. Valor took care of them in the quarterfinals on their way to winning the Twisted Wrister. Just had a chance to catch up with Dawson Charles. Sounds like he's going to be back the first week of October, and Roger Stanley rather is going to be back, it sounds like, a week after that, so maybe mid-October, God willing. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. We have the same lines as last night. So to reiterate there, on the first line we have Sorensen, Fisher, and Charles. That line was splendid last night with Sorensen 7 points. That's 4 goals and 3 assists. And Maddox Charles with 6 points. That's 3 goals and 3 assists. So Hoyt, after that layup, trying to make up for some missed time, and he sure did. The next line, we've got Deep, Baker, and Sutter. Next line is Tarbert, Canapari, and Bevan. And then we got Ben Perch, who had his first goal of the season, a nice breakaway goal. Will be kind of that floater, so they're mixing the wingers in. I'll try and keep up with that. And then at goal, we've got Habitat, number 31. Good job last night by Lucas Jordan. Habitat is getting the start tonight. Not so sure if the Wolverines played last night. I didn't look that up. I'll see if I can get to that. Try and provide some stats. What's up? Let's see. Now that ends the warm-up, so we're about ready to get this one started. I'll be trying to sneak peeks at Rink 1. I got another family member playing on that rink over there, but full dedication to the Screaming Eagles here. We got the Screaming Eagles versus the Wolverines. Last night, of course, we had the Screaming Eagles versus the Eagles, which was a pain to try and deal with that. In come the fans filing in, standing room only here in Rink 2. Not really plenty of room here. Let's see, the Wolverines did not play last night, so this is their opening game of the CPHL season. And here we go, let's get this started. Certainly can't take these boys lightly. As mentioned earlier, some real good players, some good speed. Fun to watch. Couple kids score most of the goals. I shouldn't say a couple. Few kids score most of the goals. Let's get this started with the Baker line. We got Baker out there working with Deep and Sutter. Speaking of Sutter, Trista Sutter enters the arena. Match number 18 with the blue gloves. Draws one back by Baker, back to King, flipped into the bench by Coffey. We'll put pause on the momentum. Face-off just outside of the zone. 1 for 1 on the face-offs. Here we go, and actually this one's back in the D zone. Baker wins that one too, up to Sutter. See if they can start the breakout good. That's good structure on there. Baker gets held up a little bit. Looked like a hold, but It's flipped out to neutral zone. Coffee corrals it and backhands it up. Good stick lift by Baker to keep the pressure on, but that's corralled by the Wolverines. Baker still menacing. Wolverine makes the corners, weaving through several kids. I remember this number 19 from the Twister Wrister. Kid's got some center. He literally skated through the entire team. 5 with the shot. Saved by Habakost. That's Logan Smolinski, caught up with his dad. Some of the kids used to play with him several years back. And now the Wolverines worked a cycle. Wow. They really moved the puck around the perimeter. Just adjusted the volume there, adjust the placement of the mic. Apparently it wasn't coming in that well. I can hear myself better now too. Now we'll try the Gabe Fisher line. Again, this line had 15, 16 points last night. It was pretty amazing. Draws one back. Maddox contains. There's McKinnon. Gets it up to Sorensen. It's caught along the boards. Can't fish it loose. Speaking of fish, Fish comes in to help out. All the boys are back. Fished out by McKinnon. O'Donnell blows a tire back behind the net. Got some good support though. He regroups and he plays it. Now it's caught up, goes back around the net. Wolverines, they got someone snuck there into the slot. Fortunately, the Wolverines can't corral it. Good job by Hoyt to get out there on the stick. McKinnon ties that boy up behind the ice. Now here they come. Here's a speed of Maddox on display. He makes it past one. He's got Hoyt with him. Hoyt fast two. Chip up on net. Gloved out, but it can't go. Oh, and Fisher tries to tee one up and it's deflected up into the netting. Man, that speed is on display there when you see Charles and Sorensen. Man, they can get that step, and if the defense is trying to skate backwards, it's a futile effort. Here's the Canapari line out there. Canapari now working with Tarbert and Bevan. Some of these boys going to see double duty tonight in the Makar game following this. Good job keeping it in as Bevan. Good job shielding it. Backhands over to Tarbert. Tarbert centering. Oh, but he doesn't connect with anybody. Good work, though. Tarbert looks again. Has some time. Canapari back. Good job. He needs some support on two Wolverines were there to break that play up. Held in by Foy, but now with enough authority. And now here come the Wolverines on the breakout. Shot glove by Habakost. He had to get a glove on that. Now it's turned sent back in by the Wolverines. Pretty aggressive, certainly working a lot better than the Eagles. That puck is deflected back into the corner. Wolverines maintain the pressure, and the Valor, oh my goodness, that is a stick, just goes big, wide bounce off O'Donnell, turned into a centering pass. O'Donnell has some time, tries to get the breakout. Now him and Bevan get tangled up with their sticks, but they do get it out to the neutral zone. Wolverines maintain possession. They send it in, make the line. Sutter gives chase, stick to side by Habakost. King sends it back down into the corner. Tarbert still on the ice, he's working. They get it out to the neutral zone. The boys need to complete the line change. One Wolverine weaves through a couple, bounces off Foy. Leaves it for Sutter. He forgets the puck, but he dinked it back to Foy. He gets caught up going the other direction. We saw this in Twisted Wrister. They can't get the puck out of the net. Sutter turns it over, takes some body. Ay, boys. Wolverines come out with it. Good stick there by Baker to break it up. Shot still on goal. Fowler just looks lazy here on this shift. It's sent in. They're trying to just no-look, stick it out. This looks like Bantam B hockey now from the Screaming Eagles. Now the Wolverines work the cycle. Shot, good stick at the last second by Sutter to break up that shot. That was a very suspect looking display there. You're gonna have to see a little bit more effort and excitement out of the boys. 13:33 left, first period. A couple good rushes by the Screaming Eagles, but the puck's been to my right the whole time, which means it's been in our D zone. King to Sorensen. Sorensen tries to flip it up for a breaking Maddox, but that was read well. Now here comes Sorensen. He's got 2 to go. He's got some speed. Goes up the left side. Good protection. Score! There, Sorensen makes the corner and a hard shot along the ice, and that is his 5th goal in 2 games, and he just hits the score sheet again. Good work. It was a low, hard shot. I don't know what the goalie was expecting, but Good work by Sorensen. We see the replay here to make it around the edge. Good protect. And he goes 5-hole. Wow, that 5-hole was open. What a sweet shot by Sorensen to open the scoring. 1-0, 13-18 left first period. Draws one back to King. He flips it off the net. Sorry, off the boards. And there's Sorensen. He makes it a corner again. Score! There we go. Sorensen, sweet pass in the one-timer. Maddox is right there. That looked like something you'd see on NHL on Sunday night with Panger on the call. That was sweet. The goalie could not push over, and that is Sorensen hitting the stat sheet again with another assist to Charles. What a sweet setup. Goes cross ice. And that shot just inside the post from Maddox Charles. That was sweet. 2-0. And just like that, that top line strikes again with 2 goals. That's a cushion you need. It looked a little suspect, and I have to unwind lazy play because that certainly looked good. But speaking of lazy play, there was 2 boys that snuck in behind the Screaming Eagles. Habakkos plays it behind the net. King takes a late shot. Good stick by Habakkos to recover and stick that aside up into the netting. Man, what a sweet play with Sorensen going cross ice. The goalie had to protect, knowing that Sorensen's dangerous on that quick release, and goes cross ice for the 1-T from Charles. Canapari line in there now. Sent back into the corner. There's Gogol. He rims it around. Perch tries to get one on it, and they're saying no ice. It's waved off. There's Purchase on the forecheck. Big number 3 loses his feet. Good work by Purchase to steal that puck away. Meddling, good work there. It's now the breakout starts, but Gogol's back, and he's able to backhand it up into the boards. Bodied off is the Screaming Eagle. That's MacKinnon takes a body. Now the Wolverines try and organize, and good work in the neutral zone by the boys, tying up the Purchase thought he had something there. I thought he had something as well, but innocently played aside in the neutral zone. Now Tarver's just going to shovel it in, and now they go for a change. Baker line comes back out there. Bevan, oh, good hard work by Bevan. Comes in there on a heater and breaks that up. Deep gives chase. He's got some support from Foy. Good work by Bevan, good body. Good positioning by Bevan to control that puck. Wolverines work behind the net, send it up high off the board, and that will be an ice. And an O-zone face-off. 11:43 left. Shots are 4-0 for the 4-2. Wolverines with 4. Screaming Eagles have 2, and both of those shots have resulted in goals. Draws one back. Risky play by O'Donnell going to his D partner Foy as the Wolverines had converged. Now they try and get it out. Bevan takes the place. Good stick by Bevan to keep. Oh no, and they're calling that one offside. See if I can get a replay on that one. I thought Bevan had good enough stick there to keep it in. Nope, I guess he did not keep that one in, but certainly a good effort. Bevan had dropped back to cover that defense, and Foy had pinched in. Here comes that top line with Fisher working with Sorensen and Maddox Charles. Draws one, Fisher takes it. He's got some time. Oh, he goes cross ice and nobody was there. Stick work by Charles. Man, these boys work hard. Charles comes out with it. Low angle shot. Saved by the goalie. Seen Maddox scoring some of those sharp angle shots before. That one didn't quite get that little corner, but good shot on net. Fisher again in the faceoff circle. One back to Foy. Turns and circles back. Now sent back into Fish. Charles and Sorensen both on that side. Nobody was there. Good stick work by Maddox to tie that kid up. They gave it better past Foy and Fisher. Wolverines trying to break out. Good job by Foy. Quick hands there by Charles. Sorensen stops, gets one to Charles, and he takes 2 body. And then Maddox tried to squeeze around the side and get one of those sharp angle shots in, but good pressure by the boys here. Good cross ice pass by King. He sees Fish. Fish up to Sorensen. Oh, tries to go high. Hits the goalie's mask. Good quick shot by Hoyt, but that one is saved by the goalie. Sent back to middle ice. Good play there by King. It's kicked in by Sorensen. Now the boys will go for a change. Oh, intercepted by King. Way to break that up. Havikos will play it. He sticks it all the way up and all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing. Pretty good hard pressure again by that top line for the Screaming Eagles. Canapari line out there now, draws one back. King plays it over to Coffey, just out of his reach, but Sutter chips it up into the neutral zone. Canapari gives chase, intercepted by Tarbert. Gets his stick in the way, but just, and now good support by Canapari, backhands it in front, just out of the reach of Tarbert. Tarbert works the cycle. Coffey, good hard shot, gloved. And Canapari had just wandered right in front to try and create that screen. Pretty good play. Didn't quite get there, so pretty easy glove save by the goalie. Change up the offensive lines now. Baker line comes out there, and Baker is now working with Deep and Bevan. Try and keep all these names and numbers. Got myself a little cheat sheet here, and it draws controlled by the Screaming Eagles, but they hand it over to the Wolverines. Here comes this number 22 with some speed down their right side. Dumped into the corner. And now it's loose in the slot. Screaming Eagles get there. Deep tips it behind. Good stick by King out of the way over to Coffey. Coffey has some time, starts to break out up to Baker. Baker streak on the right side, backhands it, and that will be gloved down. Baker gives a little bit of a snow screen there, but that stops the play. And we'll get that Fisher line out there with that dynamic duo of Charles and Sorensen. A little bit better organization and aggressiveness on those other two lines back in the D zone by the Screaming Eagles. Another one draw by Fisher. Can he tee it up? Backhand wide. I don't think the goalie saw that one. A little bit wide though. Now the Wolverines do get it out to center ice. It's intercepted. Good play by this Wolverine. He backhands it in. Broke up that pass by Gogol. Gogol tries to body but gets caught up by that number 5, Logan Smolinski. And here we go. Here comes the boys. Charles goes, stops. Oh, good stutter step. Oh my goodness gracious, what a good hard shot. And puck is loose right in front, just bouncing like a pinball. Just goes right back behind the net, and the Wolverines just turn panic, pass clear it, but that is tipped all the way back down. Gogol's gonna, oh no, he tries to get it out. He passes it directly into Fisher, skates, it goes back into the corner, and it bodies the guy. No penalty there, and Fish digs it out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell up to Maddox. That kid overcommits. Here comes Maddox with some speed. Up to Sorensen. He makes it right. Tries to kick it up to himself. Does end up in the center, but they can't corral that and get a nice chance. And here comes this fast number 7. Played into the corner by Foy to disrupt that rush. Fish takes control, and he said, oh, a little bit of a misplay there. Tarbert was sprung loose, and I think Fish tried to get it to him, but the angling was off. It's like a billiard shot there. You got to plan where the carom's going, and he did not plan that carom properly. As such, it's an ice, and we'll take it back to the D zone. 2-0 Valor. 8:07 left, first period, about halfway through this first period. And man, that first line by Valor has just been all over these guys. The speed is just, you just can't keep up. Good outlet pass there. Gets it up to Canapari. He makes a line, drop for Tarbert. Tries to get it back to his forehand. Purchase tried to get it back to his forehand. He wasn't successful with that. And now here comes the Wolverines. This number 7. This kid's got some speed too. But he had no support. Now 4 Eagles are back. They're still battling. Foy's back there working with O'Donnell. Foy chips it back into the corner, and there's just Wolverines there. Some bodies bang into each other, and once again the Wolverines come out with the puck. Try to center it, goes back Purchase, and now it's back in the neutral zone, and the Wolverines dump it back in. O'Donnell a little slow to get there, but good work by Havikos to play it. O'Donnell knew what he was doing. That's a pretty good play, actually. Baker tries to stick handle it up and gets a little tied up. Wolverines break up that stick handle, but now it's sent in by Foy. No organization here. Foy takes it again off the boards. Up to Baker. Oh, good shot. It goes through the kid's legs, using him as a screen, but the deflection. Goalie still had to get that pad out there for a save. Winds all the way back around into the corner. Sutter's there. Wolverines try and get it out. Baker ends up with it. He's down the corner, looks up, needs some support. Oh, good backhand centering pass to Devin that was, but was unable to tee it up, and now it's sent all the way back down. Kane gets it. Oh, just off Coffey's stick. Coffey gets a little bit caught up. There's two defenders there. Baker comes out with it. Good cross-ice pass to Sutter. He needs some support, and the puck wanders off his stick, and he's not able to tee one up. And that is tipped in for an ice. And the boys should be able to get some new skaters on. 6:18 left, first period.
Banner had played at the center of the last game. With a little bit of change in the return of Grant Hefner, moving Ty Banner out.
Draws one back by Sorensen. Shot directly into that big X in the middle of the goaltender's chest. It is corralled, so there is no juicy rebound there, as the fans just file into this rink too here at South Suburban Ice Rink. Good shot by Maddox. Goes off the side of the net. And now here come the Wolverines with some speed. Oh, and a good break pass, but it could not connect. And that icing's called off. I'm not so sure about that, why that was called off, but it was. And now the boys get dumped, and there's some confusion around. And so now it's a makeup call for an interference call. Now we'll get to see the boys go to work. I'm not so sure what happened there. That stretch pass, it was an ice. It wasn't deflected. And then Gogol gets dumped. Clearly the play wasn't anywhere by him, and so they call interference. Good call on that. We'll get to see this 5-forward unit go to work, and this was impressive last night. Sorensen with a couple power play goals. One of those goals, he got the puck up high in the, just above the circle, and I think he took 7 full strides in before he shot. They had applied no pressure to the Heritage Eagles. Let's see how this works. Baker in the face-off circle. He's got the backhand, so we're using him in the face-off. Good win. One back to Sorensen. Wolverines are respecting the speed. Up to Maddox. Maddox surveys into Sorensen. Down low. Good shot. Save. Puck's loose. Good work by Fish. Oh, great job maintaining puck possession there, too. Yeah, the Wolverines playing a passive box, letting the boys move the puck around. Sorensen didn't like back to, oh my goodness gracious, what a good little give and go there, but that kid got his stick in at the very last second to disrupt that play. Cute little play though. 1:27 left in the power play. Maddox up to Hoyt. Hoyt makes the line pretty easily. Goes cross ice to Fish. Fish one touch to deep. Cross ice to Sorensen. Sorensen and Maddox trade positions. Back to Maddox with all the room in the middle of the chest, though again, usually he picks those corners when he's in that setup. The boys maintain possession. Baker fishes it out. Good work by Joe staying with it. He tried to go cross ice to Sorensen. That puck was just sitting there loose as a goose in the middle of the slot, and nobody was there. Back to Habakost. And now, oh my goodness, he sends it all the way down and nobody was there, and that will be an icing. 44 seconds left in the power play. 4:36 left, first period. Some real good puck movement. And a couple of good shots too. Some good set plays there too. That was fun to watch. Sutter wins a drawback in the corner. Nobody's there. Big 22 just ties it up. He's willing to eat some clock, burn clock, but it's fished out by Sutter. He needs the boys to come with him. Sutter goes up left. He gets sealed off. He makes the corner. Good work by Sutter, and he gets some support. Good job, Tarbert. The whole right side of the ice is open. O'Donnell, low shot. Puck's loose. Back to O'Donnell. Good low shot by O'Donnell. MacKinnon, just outside of the reach of O'Donnell. Turns sent, but O'Donnell stays with it. Down low. Good backhand shot by Sutter. Sent back into the corner. Tarbert. Oh, good job keeping it in by O'Donnell. Back to MacKinnon. He was trying to tee one up. 1T. Turbert right into the chest. Good shot. Oh, man. Good work by the boys there. Pouncing on those juicy rebounds, but unable to get anything past that goaltender. Good puck movement. It's a good shot at the point from Tarbert. I think that was Bevan there who had a stick there looking for a deflection. So usually I don't like to see those unscreened shot, but you had a couple guys there with some sticks that could have deflected. 2 seconds left in the power play, and it's, say it's over. Purchase now working with Baker. Puck comes out, he tries to tuck it in, and the cute little wraparound doesn't work. And that 17 with some speed tries to skate it out. That doesn't work, but that does work. Good stick lift. And now they're working, going the other direction. No, good work there by Coffey to get in the way and stay with that kid. And that is an ice. That's good hard work. Good work by Coffey to back up with that guy and make him do something with it. So panic, he sends it in deep, and now we're back on the other side of the ice with a no-zone face-off. 2-0, Valor Screaming Eagles. 3:33 left, first period. And that is Canapari is out there with Deep and Purchase, I believe, and puck Wolverines, and they're going to send it down for an ice. Might have been deflected, but an ice nonetheless. 10 seconds or so, burn off the clock. We'll try another ozone face-off. And now the Screaming Eagles all over on the shot category here, 13-5. So the last report was 4-2. Only one shot by the Wolverines since. Good work. Good work by Coffey. Gets it down low to Sutter. Baker gets bodied off that one. He stays with it. Good pressure. Staying on the forecheck. Wolverines looking for the breakout. Good job intercepting it as Sutter bounces off one. Oh, and he tries to go back to the point. A little bit of a dangerous leave there, but fortunately doesn't hurt him. Back into the corner goes King. Cross ice and just out of Sutter's reach, but here comes Baker. Good job avoiding that hit. Tarbert tries to close on that pass, not quite. King to Coffey. Coffey back to Tarbert. Good organized breakout there. Sutter. Shot, good low shot, looking for, that's one of those shot passes. Sent in, good stick there by King. Goes backhand, but that's intercepted before it makes it. Oh, good play by that Wolverine to avoid a hand pass there, actually. 2:18 left, first period. Puck a little bit loose, and that is sent all the way in. Oh no, just like that, there was two Wolverines loose in front. Pretty good defensive play. That puck's loose, and Havikos covers it up. Foy pushes him out of the way. Says, get away from my goaltender. 14 shots to 6. Screaming Eagles are certainly pressuring the goal. Fisher lines out there. Draw one back into the corner. Foy maintains possession, but he's sealed off by that Wolverine kid, and just inexplicably the Wolverines come away with that puck. Good puck battle in the corner, but not so sure how that was won. Now the Wolverines are working. Good job by Hoyt bodying that kid off. Now it comes back to O'Donnell. He swings it around to Maddox. Oh, and just out of the reach of Sorensen, who was ready with some speed for those two to power down the ice again. Mattis gets turned around. He backhands it up to the point. Wolverine gets around Fish. Good job, good positioning by the Screaming Eagles, although there's four working now covering this one kid. Half the ice is open by half the Wolverines. Wolverines dig it out. They're going to try and work the cycle. Sent in wide. Down in the corner, Mattis gives chase. Bodies, good job avoiding any kind of penalty. He's got some time and he's able to get it out. Fisher can't get it up to Sorensen, who was just posted up on the blue line waiting for a pass. Good job there by the boys breaking that one up. Some wild stick play. There goes Maddox to Sorensen. Can he make it? Oh, he gets sealed off by number 20. Pretty good body by 20. And now here comes the Wolverines, but the boys are back. McKinnon, good positioning, sends him wide. Good angling there by McKinnon to make sure that kid went wide with no. And McKinnon comes out of it, but the ref's in the way. Good work up there to Tarbert. McKinnon has joined the offensive rush. Tarbert gets sealed off. 4 Wolverines are back there. He gets some support, some help from Bevan. Chipped up by Canapari, but then chipped out by the Wolverines. Then poked back in by Tarbert. 14 seconds left. The Wolverines are trying to get one rush together. Bevan was going to send it in, but couldn't. It was an offside. He'll actually think about that one and say, I should have just sent that in. Oh, that's Canapari with a high hit by 22. He stands over, and that could have been a taunting. Canapari just turned in 22 with a pretty good check there to send him down. A weird bounce off the boards. Oh yeah, Canapari just ran into that kid. And he let him know. It's 17 minutes on the board. Starting period 2 here with a 2-0 Valor lead. Screaming Eagles, I should say. Stats there are 14 shots on goal. Your goals are by Maddox Charles. Assists from Sorensen and Fisher. And then Hoyt Sorensen with the goal and Fish with the assist. So that first line really beating up the scoring sheet again. 5 points for that line. That's just the skill mismatch. The skill mismatch when the Screaming Eagles get that first line on the ice, and the speed from Sorensen on the left and Maddox Charles on the right. Once they get all their lines back, Bodine still don't know the result of the meeting, so not exactly sure when he's going to be back as well. Jimenez, I know, is still nursing that Achilles cut from last season, unfortunately, and I think he's still out indefinitely, I suppose. And just got a request for the players and their numbers. I think that's coming from Canada. I will get that sent out this weekend so everyone will have a listing of the players and their numbers. Thanks for that, Al. And here we go. Second period has started. Sent back in by the Wolverines. Gogo gives chase. He scoops it out and good outlet pass. That's sent out. Good work by McKinnon to get that out of harm's way. That's sent in. Gogo's going to have to regroup again. He's back behind his own net to purchase, and that's intercepted by that pretty fast defense. I think that's a defensive man, number 17. And now here the boys start to break out. It's a 4-on-2. Baker goes wide right. He gets around one. Pass to Purchase. Oh, he can't get it on the front of his stick. He could not tee it up on the forehand. Pretty good play. Baker went a little wide, and when he did that, it was a little bit late to try and get that scoring attempt. The trailers, the support troops had joined the fray, and so going right, it's a good move to get some space, but then by the time he went with that backhand centering pass, the reinforcements had arrived. Pretty good work by that line, though. 16-13 left second period. Canapari is out working with Tarbert and Bevan. Canapari comes out with it. The boys doing a real good job on faceoffs. Last time they played these Wolverines, I think it was like 80% the other direction. Now it's 80% win by the Screaming Eagles. Puck's loose, high up, and that's a hand pass. Some big bodies collide, and it's a hand pass, so we'll face it off outside the zone. Canapari slides into the face-off circle. Coffee And King working the blue line. There's Tarbert looking for a pass. Oh, tries to get it to Bevan and goes right under his stick. Got to keep the stick down there. Bevan stays with it. Backhands up to Coffey. Sent all the way back down. There's Tarbert. Good body staying with it. He needs some support. Good job by Canapari racing over there to provide that support. Now there's two working on two. Wolverine get caught up. Good job by Canapari, but it's stick. Oh, good stick now to keep it in. Still loose back in the O zone. Canapari gives chase. Tarbert gives chase. And the player from the Wolverines ices it. So we'll get another O-zone face-off. Pretty good work by the boys keeping the puck in there. 15-16 left second period. The Fisher line out there with Charles and Sorensen. This line hasn't scored in about 10 minutes. It's an eternity for these guys. Puck is loose in the middle. Now it's dumped out. Foy gets a little caught, but good job recovering and good stick play. Now here come the boys going the other direction. Dawson spins around. No, sorry, that's Maddox spins around. Hoyt offers some help. Comes out. Foy backhands to O'Donnell. Dom chips it in. Fisher ends up with it. Good back pass to Sorensen. Spins around. He gets tied up by number 19, big number 19. Maddox is there for some support. O'Donnell, nope, that was Foy, tried to get a shot on goal, gets deflected, and the Wolverines chip it up into the Screaming Eagles bench, and we'll get a O-zone face-off with 14:39 left in the second period. Baker line is out there now. Baker is working with Sutter in deep. Puck's controlled by the Screaming Eagles down deep as Sutter. Baker comes with some support. Good work by Joey there. Now he's looking for someone to pass to. Turns and shot, score! What a play by Baker. Good Mohawk there to open the hips up and face the net. He didn't see anybody open, so he took it upon himself to shoot. Really nice skating here. Good edge work by Baker. Just turned. That goalie was not ready for that. Great shot by Joey. 3-0. Valor Eagles, Screaming Eagles. Sweet play by Joey. That good support back behind the net. Comes out with the puck and keeping those hips open with that Mohawk, or the 10 and 2 as they call it, to always be facing the goal. And he had good flex on that stick and ripped that one top right. Now the boys are working again. Deep tries to get one center up. Some sticks getting away, and now the Wolverines try and get it out. Intercepted by Foy, who would come in very deep. Good job by Baker to go and take that defensive position. Puck's loose. Sutter score! Sutter turns and fires. Good work, good hard pressure on the puck, and good things happen when you do good hard work. Sutter from behind the net just turns 180, shoots. Goalie was going the other direction. Turnover by that Wolverine kid. Sutter and goes short side. Good shot by Sutter. I saw Trista Sutter almost hit the roof when she jumped up to celebrate that goal, actually. So we wish we could see a replay of that. Now that top line comes out there. 4-0 Screaming Eagles lead. MacKinnon corrals it. He gets menaced with, but he gets it out, and he's got some speed. Goes center. He gets it across to Maddox. Good work by Maddox to get around 1-2. Oh my goodness gracious, what a save by that goalie. That shot was labeled for that top right corner, and that goalie made a terrific save. Great shot by Maddox. Goes through one, gets around another. And oh my goodness, what a save by that goalie. That was a tremendous save. That one would make the Sports Center play top 10 too. What a sweet save. Maddox with another chance. Little shot pass to Sorensen. Good body by that Wolverine player. Fitch stays with it. Back to Sorensen. Sorensen off the boards. Back to MacKinnon. Oh, he fans on that shot. But there's Maddox. Good back check by Maddox. Man, he worked both sides of the ice. Gets it up to Sorensen. Fish has snuck in. Oh, Sorensen tried. That puck was high. If that were good, that's played with a high stick. Yeah, that puck was pretty high up there, where a young man of only Gabe Fisher's height could reach it. Man, that save that goalie made was a sweet glove save too. At a great angle on that shot, and I could see that come right off Maddox's stick. I was ready to yell score, but I had to revise the second vowel from a C to an A and yell save. What a save. And now, speaking of save, the Wolverines couldn't save it from going out of the zone, and now it's back in the zone, and good work by Coffey to get there with the stick to break it up. Turn fire does that Wolverine, but that goes harmlessly through the crease. Coffey avoids that one. Now he chips it back in around. There's King to get there. King, oh my goodness, that was a weird bounce right off that door, and it actually went backwards where he tried to. Good, now that's a good clear. Clears it up to Purchase. Purchase gets sealed off by that big player. Canapari comes out with it, tries to toe drag to himself, but a boot gets in the way. And now this number 5, Logan Smolinski, comes away with it, but he's tied up by Coffey. And that's a delayed offsides. It took a while. Delay. Purchase, good chip up to Canapari. Sees a streaking Tarbert. Now we're going the other direction. Tarbert goes wide, gets pushed off. Good defensive play by that number 20. Poked back in. King had come up to play it, provide some support. Wolverines regroup behind, and now it's sent up, and now we got a 2-on-1 that's developed. Number 17 with some speed. Shot save, Havocost. Canapari backhands it out. Good stick work by Coffey to stay with it. Oh, but it's tipped in just out of the reach of Sutter, but he does get there. Sutter leaves it. There's Bevan looking for a trailer. Baker falls down. Bevan spins around. Good shot. Oh, tried to pass it up to Baker, but just didn't quite connect. And now it goes out of the zone. Foy's going to play it back to himself off the board. Baker's there to corral it. He's going to work it through himself. Avoids a body, but then takes that body, but pops right back up. Oh, and good stick by Foy. That kid, that Wolverine, had broke and was almost behind him. Now it's a little bit disorganized in the neutral zone. Good job by Joey to break that one up. Good game he's having. That's sent out to the middle off some sticks and just wildly fired in directly to Jackson O'Donnell. And now it remains in the neutral zone. Bevan gives chase. He fishes it out. He's got Sutter with him looking for a second just out of his reach. The stick was tied up. Couldn't get it. Backhanded in by Foy. Sutter tries a little backhand chip. His stick goes further than that puck did, though, when it's broken up. He's sealed off. Bevan provides some support. Sutter falls down. Hopefully he's okay. Foy, shot! Oh, that goalie didn't see that. And that shot goes just wide. Kept in by O'Donnell. Back into the corner. Bevan, good job getting there. A little lazy play by that big number 3, and Bevan was not lazy on that play. Good stick, too, by Foy to try and keep the pressure. Baker stays with it. And Wolverines have had enough, and they'll send it down for an icing. 10:16 left. Second period, 4-0 Screaming Eagles. And they are putting it on the Wolverines now after getting off to a very lazy start. And now they are rolling. And here is that first line out there with Fisher, Charles, and Sorensen. Draws one back, tries to scoop it up. Oh, played by MacKinnon. Oh yeah, hand pass. Yep, that's the right call there. MacKinnon jumped up high. He's a big boy. He those hops with those skates on. I think he got like 3 or 4 inches off the ground. Got that puck, knocked it down, but directed to a teammate, and that will be called a hand pass, and we'll try that face-off again. One back, big win by Fish. Back to Gogol, sends it in off the boards, and that is sent all the way back in by the Wolverines. MacKinnon playing against that big number 22, ties him up. Good work by MacKinnon. He gets a little bit of a shove for his work there. Oh, and this number 6 had fallen down. Got lucky there weren't any Screaming Eagles there, but now you got Sorensen and Maddox Charles on the forecheck, and that is danger, but it is chipped back in. Gogo turns, fires it back. And now here comes the boys. Fisher with some speed, leads it for Sorensen. Sorensen with Charles, score! That's just too easy. Good work by those three players again. Fish starts to break out, drops it for Sorensen. He takes it, stops, cross ice to Maddox, Charles, and there they are. Those boys connect again. 5-0. What a sweet play. Fish to Sorensen. You see the replay here. He stops, takes his time, slides it over to Maddox, and Charles is not going to miss that shot. 5-0, and the Screaming Eagles are just putting it on the Wolverines. Kane tries to send it in. The ref gets in the way. Doesn't quite make it. Habakkos plays it. He tries to send it out. It's played down by the Wolverine. Good job by Deep to break that up and get in the way. Outlet pass to Purchase. It's a good idea. Wolverines maintain pressure, maintain control in the neutral zone. 20 sends it in. Coffey gets there first. Ooh, tries to send it around. He sends it right into the body of that Wolverine, but he gets some support from two Screaming Eagles are there to help out. Purchase has some time. He sends it back into Coffey. Coffey has some time. He stops, starts, sends it back to King. King, nice gentle backhand to Purchase. He turns. They still can't. They do finally get it out. Baker pops it off the boards. Nope, that was Canapari. Pops off the. Oh my goodness, this kid turns it over. Here comes Purchase to help fish it out. Now it's tied up back there in the corner. Four guys working. Let's see who comes out of it. 8:26 left, second period. Wolverines come out, get it over to Coffey. Coffey spins around to Canapari. Canapari, good protect there, but he gets tied up. Good job staying with it and getting it over to Deep. Deep fakes a shot from behind the net, and the defender bit for some reason. King, good shot low by Coffey. He's had a few of those actually, and those low shots to move because those are the ones that can get deflected, and they're harder to glove by the goalie. 7:59 second period. And as mentioned, the Screaming Eagles looking good. 18 shots, 5 of which are goals, and there have been no fluky goals. Great goals by the boys, 5-0. Baker line is out there. Bevan, good hustle to get to that puck back behind the net. There's Tarbert, he's got all the time. It's like they're on a power play. O'Donnell's able to work the feet a little bit, give himself an avenue. Good pass by Tarbert to Baker, was right in front, but his stick wasn't quite in the right position. Foy is dumped there, and here come the Wolverines. Good job by Tarbert to get back. Wolverines have to touch up and wait. Good job by Tarbert to get back and break that up. O'Donnell tries to go D to D behind the net. Finally gets it over to Tarbert, comes off his stick, weird bounce. Wolverines maintain possession, shot wide. Habakkos was in good position for that. This 19 for the Wolverines has some speed. Centering pass is not there, and Bevan just turns and sends it down for an ice. He'll watch a replay of that one and wish he had that one over because he actually had a lot of time to do something a little better with that than what he did. 7:05 left in the second period. Fisher line is out there now, this #1 line for the Screaming Eagles. Maddox maintains possession up to Hoyt. He bounces around one, jumps around him, stops, takes some body, bounces off. He might have tripped that kid, but he got away with it. No, he looked at the ref. Good stick by Maddox to break that up. Gogo tries to play it back up to Charles. Just out of his stretch. Uh-oh, this is not going to end well for this Wolverine. Tries to get past Sorensen and Charles. That doesn't work. And here comes the Wolverines. Shot, Habakkos with the save. Good stick by Fish to get it out of harm's way. Touch pass up to Sorensen. Now we got a 3-on-1. Oh, it's broken up. Good defensive play by that kid. It would have saved a sure goal with all three of those star players working with a lot of momentum. Coffey regroups, Leaves it for Gogol, but just out of his reach. 17, kicks a field goal with that shot. Havikos save. 5:58 left, second period. A D-zone face-off, and Canapari is out there with Tarbert and Sutter, it looks like. Oh, tries to skate it out himself. Good play by Havikos to cover that up. Is dangerous. Wolverines had position a little bit there too. 5:49 left, second period. 5-0 Valor in there again. Really dominating with the puck control, the shots, the speed. Going pretty aggressive on the puck too. It's tied up there, but Wolverine dig it out, but they dig it out too far. Canapari on the forecheck. Good hard skating there. Sutter gets there to new, and that kid plays the body. That could have been a interference. I'm not so sure, but here it is. Comes all the way down, and Coffey gives chase, and he's got some time. Back to King. King has time too. Oh, cross ice pass to Sutter was broken up, and now that is played and covered up by the Wolverines goalie, and we'll see a line change here. Baker is out there working with Deep and Purchase. O'Donnell and Foy clogging up the point. Ball bounces onto the ice. I'm not so sure about that play, but it's back to O'Donnell. High shot, played with a high stick. Baker plays that with a high stick. And that face-off will go all the way down to the other side of the ice. Puck is won back by the Eagles. Foy maintains, and here comes the boys on the outlet. We got a 2-on-1 working. Purchase gets a hold of it. Pass to Baker. Oh, a back check by the last second by that number 22. Breaks up the scoring chance. Oh, and Deep had sailed in with some speed too, but Purchase couldn't turn it around quite fast enough. And now the Screaming Eagles have all the time they want. Foy makes some room. Score! There's Purchase! 2 games in a row. Good shot on a point from Foy. Rebound off the goalie. Big, fat, juicy rebound, and Purchase there to take control of that puck, shoot, and score. And that is 2 goals in as many games for Ben Purchase. Good shot there. .6-0, 4:32 left, second period. And now that top line is out there. Fisher maintains control. Sends it back behind for MacKinnon. Back to Maddox, and he gets it out. He gets dumped. Good work there by Fish. Low angle shot, low shot right at the goalie. One of those pass shots, stick goes flying. Puck played back behind the Wolverines. They're trying to break out. They get it in on net. Havikos, good job gloving it down and playing it, keeping it moving. Maddox plays the puck, bounces off one, gives some body, fishes it out to center ice. Man, he's, oh, ooh, man, oh, and that is Sorensen gets called for a trip, and I was actually very anxious to see Sorensen and Charles on the PK. Still looking for their first shorthanded goal of the season. Instead, Sorensen will go to the box. And we'll see the Wolverines go on to a power play. .342 left in the second period. And let's see how this PK2 unit shows up. Bevan with a nice face-off when MacKinnon tries to clear it around and chips it straight up into the boards. Bevan is working with deep. MacKinnon and Gogol on defense. Draw one back. Wolverines are going to set up the umbrella. Shot directly into the center of Havakost's chest. No screen, and I think that Squirt B goalie I saw earlier could have made that save. Good win back by the Screaming Eagles. MacKinnon will try it again. That one goes off that kid's head and stays in the zone. Centering pass, but no Wolverines were there. That was weird. No Wolverines were anywhere near that. Pretty good centering pass by that kid. But the Screaming Eagles maintained control. Oh, and Gogol had a lot more time, and he just sent it down the ice. He had plenty more time, and now it's sent in by the Wolverines. Havakost plays it behind the net. There's Gogol again. He sends it across the boards. Wolverines keep it in now. They'll set up the umbrella. Let's see how they can set it up. They work the perimeter. Passive box play by the Screaming Eagles. Deep comes out to contest that. Oh, they're giving that kid way too much room. Yeah, Bevan's got to come out and play that. He's kind of backing up when that kid's taking that shot, and all he's doing is further screening the goalie. You want Bevan to go out on that, or at least move to the side so the goalie can see that play. Good save by Havakost. I think he picked that up at the last second, and he did make that glove save. Pretty good shot from the point, and then a really good save by Havakost. Canapari is in there now, and he's going to work with Tarbert. Tarbert on the forecheck. Wolverines working the breakout. 41 seconds left in the power play. Wolverines make the zone. Now they're going to stop and set it up. Kids change positions. Back up to the point. That number 7 shot deflection. Good save by Havakost off of his shoulder up into the netting. Good positioning. Always facing the shot there. So good save by Havakost. I think that one was labeled for the net. 2:10 left second period and 28 seconds left in the man advantage. Canapari still out there working. Shot, glove, comes out of his glove. They're going to set the umbrella up due to Wolverines. 12 seconds left. They maintain possession, goes back up top. D to D from the blue line, deflection. Good stick by Tarbert to break it up. Wolverines try and center. 1 second. Sorensen comes out of the box, races up into the play. Low shot, looking for the deflection. Good shot, low shot. The deflection goes a little bit wide. And now the Screaming Eagles are content just to play the puck and send it down the length of the ice for an icing. 1:27 left second period. Good job killing that play. No real offensive pressure by the Eagles, shorthanded, but you don't really need it. You just need to kill the penalty. So good work by a couple of different duos there to kill that penalty. Fisher line's back on. Draws one by the Wolverines. Gets around Maddox. He stays with it. Now it goes back. Oh my goodness, they're working the score. Yeah, that was a little bit better. That was better puck movement by the Wolverines that time than when they were on the power play. So that shot, that was by Logan Smolinski that went in. I think that went in short side. Yeah, the Wolverines worked the puck around. Oh, Havikos was squared up too. That was a little bit weird. He was squared up on that shot. That went in 7-hole, I think, just in between his glove and the pad. Oh, now they can't get it out again. 1:02 left, second period. Sorensen battles. Here comes Fish. Goes up to Sorensen, just out of his reach. He's given all kinds of space. Oh my goodness gracious, another amazing save by the Wolverines goalie. Holy cow. Good job by Sorensen. Manages to get a centering pass over there to Maddox. Maddox was just hanging out. Oh, I think that shot was actually wide. Went off his pad and then gloved. I don't think it was on net, but whatever the case, a good push by that goalie who knew that puck was coming. Baker lines back out there. 50.8 seconds left in the second period. Then they'll make new ice. 6-1, Screaming Eagles. Draws controlled by the Screaming Eagles. Deep goes down low to Purchase. Purchase, good pass attempt back to Deep. MacKinnon shot. Oh, good job by Baker with the deflection and a screen there. Good shot by MacKinnon from the point. And Baker there with the screen and the attempted deflection as well. Baker, good job tying up that guy, and Deep was a little bit cut up, didn't really have anything to do with the puck. Now it gets sent out. Wolverines, good body there by Gogo. Good shoulder there to send that kid down. Baker controls. MacKinnon turns and fires it back to Gogo. He bounces off that same kid he just made take a seat, but the Wolverines get a shot on goal. Oh my goodness gracious, what another good save by Havikos. Big juicy rebound. He slides to make another save. He fishes it out. And now here the boys come. There's 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will do it for this second period. Holy cow. Shot right on Havikos, center of his chest. It bounces off that big chest protector and drops to the ground, but he's able to save it again. We will make new ice, and we will be back in about 12 minutes. And we are back from the ice zam. 6-1 Screaming Eagles. Third period to play. Can't take this team lightly. As mentioned, they've got some kids that have some speed and some skills. We'll start off with the Baker line. I think it's running clock with a 6-goal lead. Not certain on that. Draws one back by Baker. King sends it in. Sutter gives chase. A fresh new seat. Bumps into that big number 3. Centering pass. Doesn't connect. Good stick by Sutter to keep it in. Sent back down in deep, and the Screaming Eagles keep the pressure up. They can't get it out. They finally get it out through the Wolverines. It's hauled down by Deep, no penalty. Sutter winds around one, gets it to himself. Clyde to Baker. Oh no, that was the Coffee. Teed up right there in front. He had snuck in. Great lead pass by Sutter, but not so sure what happened. Cross ice pass to Baker in his feet. He spins around, maintains control. Oh, that's a dangerous pass, but gets away with it. Maddox has come onto the ice, and yeah, good idea, but Joey just at center of the ice. I don't know if he didn't see that kid or what, but Wolverines make the, that's a sailing shot. Whistles wide and high, very high deflection. Kid stays with it. That number 6 is relatively angry that they're getting blown out 6-1. Good stick by Maddox, and now here he comes. Goalie tries to get there, he doesn't get there. Maddox easily gets by him. Goalie was in a decision, it was a flight or fight, and he chose to fight, and Maddox's speed was too much, and he calmly taps that in for, I believe, his 3rd goal of the game, so he is averaging a hat trick each game. So good work by Maddox. 7-1 Screaming Eagles, and that will likely be another running clock. Clock was running again last night, and this team has more talent that they're playing, but Screaming Eagles just looking good. Maddox fans on it, tries to get one out front, and now here come the Wolverines with some speed. They make the zone. Good job by MacKinnon to stick with them. Kid blows a tire, goes down. Jack stays with them. Comes out, lead by Fisher. Good job by Sorensen, back to Fish. Fish leads Maddox, and Sorensen had some speed coming down the side. And this big number 3 winds around, and now here comes the Wolverines on the break. 3 might have come in a little bit early, but played by Havikos, and Wolverines are still have some speed, but it's intercepted by Bevan, that is, and he gets on his horse, and he gets taken down by a little bit of a hit to the head by that number 3. Now granted, Bevan had gone down for the puck, and that as he was delivering the hit, so I'm not so sure it was malicious intent, but whatever the case, it ended up with a hit to the head of Bevan. He shook something off, but I'm hoping he's okay. Sorensen's still on the ice. He needs to get off to complete his change. Speaking of Sorensen, he's got some speed coming up the left side, gets around. Oh my goodness, what a centering pass by Sorensen, and Bevan could not get the stick down. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe we'll see a replay of that. Big hit, and O'Donnell helmet pops off, goes into the bench. You hear some roars, but maybe it just wasn't buckled in. O'Donnell looks to be okay. He's laughing it off. And no penalties, I don't think, will be called after that. It was just a pretty good hit, actually. Running clock it is, 13:24 left in the game. Clock continues to run. Canapari line comes out. Canapari is working with Tarbert and looks like Purchase. Wolverines win the draw, push it forward. 21 coming up the side, save Havikos. Blockered over into the side. Good job staying put as Tarbert holding that center, and now the puck comes back out to the point. Another good shot by Wolverines. Purchase tries to chip it up. He can't get it out. Strange bounce, but good job staying with it, clogging it up as King. Wolverines are still, oh, good job by King with the patience. Purchase spins off a check. Tarbert's got some speed. Purchase joins. Good shot by Tarbert to get one on net. Yeah, good job by Perch to spin off that check. Tarbert sends it back around, but nobody's there. Purchase goes for a change. King goes up to play it. 12:21 left. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Coffee plays it. Good job by him to play that. And that's up into the netting. That was a strange call, like it was delayed call into the netting. I'm not so sure about that one. Whatever it is, we'll have a face-off outside of the O zone. Sorry, outside of the D zone, and the clock is continuing to go. See Baker talking with Smolinski. They were on a team. Bauer was on that team with them 5-6 years ago. Just pushed through by the Wolverines. Shot, good stick by Coffey to break that one up. That's how sticks break, and that happens. You think, well, there went 350. Good job fishing that out as Coffey again stays with it. Does King. King cross ice to Coffey. He's got some, oh no, he fans on that pass. Stays with it and pokes it over to Deep. Good play after that whiff job there, but Deep now with it. He goes wide, and he turns it over. Several kids are just standing around. It's fished out. Back up top by McKinnon. He fans on that one too. He doesn't have his stick. Good stick by Gogol breaking that up, and now Baker circles. He makes a zone, 20 on 20. Turns shot way wide. Comes out to Gogol. He keeps it in back down there. Baker gets there as well. He sends it back down into the corner. Sutter gives chase. Good stick to break it up. Good centering pass up top to McKinnon. Fans on that shot a little bit too, and that one goes wide, but oh my goodness gracious, Gogol is run into the boards. That's not necessary. He bounces up, and that's Logan. I don't think he meant it. He's a pretty clean player, Smolinski. Might be more than two. We'll get a replay of that one. Again, there's not really any malintent there. It was certainly unnecessary. I don't know if that's going to be a 2-minute boarding or roughing or what the call is. And they're giving him 2 for roughing. Fortunately, Gogol pops right back up, so nothing too serious there. The clock does stop with a penalty, so the boys are on the PP. They got to get the penalty up on the board, which they do, and it starts. And all right, the clock is now going. 10 minutes left in the game. Tarbert keeps it in on the blue line. McKinnon cross ice to O'Donnell. Low shot. Good shot. Good job maintaining possession as Bevan. Bevan back up to Tarbert. Tarbert surveys. Up to, oh, what a shot by McKinnon. Just a blaster from the blue line. What a sweet shot, and he goes bar down from the point. Really steps into this one. Oh, what a sweet shot. We'll have to definitely get a replay of that one from behind the net, and here we go. Good shot by McKinnon. Gets everything he has into that, and that one goes bar down just over the goalie's head. And McKinnon gets into the scoring with his first goal of the CPHL season. 8-1 Valor, a power play goal. Good shot by McKinnon again. That PP2 unit. And now this is when you just want to get the game over with and make sure nobody gets injured. 8-1. Or maybe they feel like if they score one more goal, then they start the season with 2 9-1 wins. Sent up, Maddox intercepts it at center ice. He takes it, slows it down a little bit. Fish drops to Sorensen. Sorensen tries to bank around, gets back to Sorensen. Sorensen batting at it. Sorensen 1-on-4. He gets a little bit of business from some of the players. Clock will stop. Clock rather keeps on going. 8:24 will send on a new line. Sorensen looking for that second goal. But good, well-rounded contribution from all the players. You got 3 from Maddox, 1 from Hoyt. Baker's got 1. Oh my goodness, almost an own goal there. Purchase has 1. Good spreading job, spreading around the scoring. Canapari busts through a good body job by that big number 6. Complains he's getting held, but now the Wolverines come out with it. They send it down in deep. Tarver takes some body, high hit, bounces off, he seems okay. Volume of the hits is ramping up. Canapari, good job playing that with one. Oh, and he gets bounced off of it, and King bounces off that big number 23. Bevan gets it out of the neutral zone. He takes another big hit. It's like the Wolverines have all their big boys on the line, and 20 tries to wind through everybody. Good job by Deep, taking it easy, realizing he's got some time. Baker backs off that. Good job by Purchase. He gets there. Perch center in the slot to King. Big shot. Oh no! Purchase with a wide open net, and he hit the post. Purchase had his second one sitting on a platter. Now the Wolverines clear. 6:49 left in the third period. King had just a clear shot too. Deep sends one wide, and that goes all the way around. This could be trouble. It's tipped around by that number 11. Baker's back. Good play by the Havocas. Good play by Baker too. Now he's got stick and some speed. He's got Deep as a trailer. Baker gets through one, but can't get through the rest of them. Leaves it for Deep. Deep almost connects on it. 6:17 left, third period. Puck set back in. Foy, good job, plays the puck, takes some body. O'Donnell, good outlet pass. That's the breakout, boys. Breaks it out to Maddox. He has to spin around too. He had Baker gone in front of him. Waits for Sorensen. He comes around the side, goes all the way back behind the net, bounces off big number 3 too. Hoyt back to Maddox. Maddox dances around one. Looks for an open player, drop pass to Sorensen. Man, they work well together. Sorensen leaves it for himself. He's going to go back behind the net. Leaves it for Fisher. Fisher to Sorensen. Sorensen, Fisher. Fisher, Sorensen. Sorensen takes some body there. Fisher trips a kid, but they let it go. Maddox joins the party. Now back to Sorensen. Still pops back up. Puck is loose. Goalie, good job covering that up. Man, that was just back and forth. Back, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. Puck control, maintaining possession. (8-1). Clock is continuing to run. Draws one by the Wolverines. And they have no one to outlet pass it to. McKinnon gets there. Speed of McKinnon. He skates really well. Great edges with McKinnon. Sends it up to a good stick by Canapari to get in the way, but it pops right out. Score! That was a little bit of bad luck there. And that one popped directly out onto that kid's stick. And then he shoots and scores. That was a fortuitous bounce there by the Wolverines. 8-2, 4:08 left, third period. Baker line comes on the ice. Draws one back. Now here comes Baker. He makes the zone, gets past one, sends it back into the board. Just dumps it down, but doesn't get it deep enough. Comes off his stick. Sent all the way back up to Gogol. Shot, and that one goes wide. He's looking for his first goal to CPHL. And that one gets chopped down, and there's Havocas, and he's gonna, oh my goodness. And he plays it back off the board to the other player. Good stick by Baker. Good lead then too. Leaves it for Purchase, who then goes into the zone, working with Deep, goes all the way around. That was a dangerous play by the goalkeeper, Havocas. 3:19 left, third period. Shot ends, deflected, goes back in behind the net. Coffey's there. Chipped out by Deep, out to neutral zone. Wolverines maintain control. Bevan gives chase, tries to give some body back in behind the net. King chips it over to Deep. Deep has some time. 2:56 left. Sent up to Bevan. A little bit of a dangerous play. Kid does not skate. Waiting for the ice. It gets waved off. It was on a. It's on his side rolling. Fisher lines back out. Sorensen's going to regroup. Sends it back down to the goalie. Sends it to Haverkost. Maybe he's trying to get Haverkost on the score sheet with an assist or something. Fisher now plays it. Coffee. Back to Fish. Fish, a tight pass to Maddox. That's questionable, but now the boys are breaking it out. Sorensen tries to chip it up. Back to Sorensen. Goes around one. Nice, dainty little move. Sorensen. Oh, and he jumps a little pass. That's a very nice, unselfish play by Sorensen. He probably could have taken a shot. Maddox is content to take it out of the zone, and now he brings it in and not called offside. It is a delayed offsides. That wasn't really a delayed offsides, but we'll play it. Clock keeps going. Good job by the refs just to let this go. Boys are playing pretty clean. Coffee chips it out to the corner. Sorensen waiting for it, and he steps on a stick or a skate. Maddox slows it down. 1:39 left, third period. Off the wall to Fish. Fish up against that big number 3. Runs into Maddox. Maddox is a big, thick boy, actually. Real good size and thickness. Plays strong. Sent out by King into the neutral zone. 1:17. Clock still running. Tarbert's out there. He gives chase. O'Donnell weaves through a couple. Leaves that pass in the middle. Wolverines make the zone. Number 17 has some speed. Wolverines turn and try and fire. 17's got some speed and looks relatively angry. He's still playing very physical, just out of Canapari's reach. Just out of Canapari's reach again. Haverkost goes out to play it. He leaves it back behind for O'Donnell. Donald waits, good job waiting for that lane to open. Canapari, and that's Baker. Shot wide. I think that was Canapari. Now it's chipped out. O'Donnell, 31 seconds. He leaves it for Purchase. Purchase sends it in. Harmlessly back into the corner. Wolverines with 21 seconds left on the clock, kicked up. Sutter winds around one. He's going to pull it out of the zone. 12 seconds left, and he chips it back up, and it's played, knocks down. Pops up by Tarbert. Really doesn't need to get a shot off, but he does. And that will do it. And that is the buzzer. And an 8-2 win for your Screamin' Eagles. Really good performance. And again, some goals by that top line. And nice to see some contribution. The defense gets in on it. Good goal by MacKinnon. He starts his scoring out for the season with a nice goal from the point, bar down on that power play. 3 more goals for Mattis Charles. Sorensen throws in another and a couple of apples. And good performance by the Screamin' Eagles there. Next week they're playing against Lafayette here, rink 2. And we'll just have over the next few weeks, we'll slowly get more and more players back. And by I think middle of October, we should have everybody back. Potentially not Jimenez. I got to get an update from Paul or Carey on when he's going to be back in the lineup. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Real nice skating, and they're just tightening it up for when they play against some of these tougher teams. Screamin' Eagles looking good, start the season. Good night from Rink 2.